Welcome to our lesson on the various types of gaps in research. Understanding these gaps is crucial for identifying areas where new studies are needed, refining research questions, and contributing to the advancement of knowledge. Let's start with the evidence gap, also known as the contradictory evidence gap. This gap occurs when studies produce results that, although valid individually, contradict each other when examined from a broader perspective. For instance, two studies might show opposing results about the effectiveness of a particular intervention, leading to uncertainty and the need for further research to clarify the conclusions. This type of gap underscores the importance of synthesizing evidence across multiple studies to achieve a cohesive understanding. Next, we have the knowledge gap, or knowledge void gap. This gap arises when there is a complete absence of desired research findings. In other words, there are areas or questions within a field where no research has been conducted yet. This presents an opportunity for researchers to explore uncharted territories and contribute new insights to their discipline. The practical knowledge gap, also referred to as the action-knowledge conflict gap, occurs when there is a disconnect between professional practices and existing research findings. Sometimes, professionals may not adhere to what research suggests, or their practices might not be addressed by current research. Bridging this gap involves aligning research with real-world practices to ensure that findings are both applicable and adopted in practice. The methodological gap, or method and research design gap, highlights the need for varied research methods to generate new insights or avoid biased results. This gap suggests that relying on a single research method may not be sufficient to explore complex issues, and that introducing new or mixed methods could provide a deeper understanding of the subject matter. The empirical gap, also known as the evaluation void gap, emerges when research findings or theoretical propositions have not been empirically tested or verified. To close this gap, studies need to focus on validating or disproving these findings through empirical data, ensuring that the conclusions drawn are supported by evidence. The theoretical gap, or theory application void gap, occurs when existing theories are not applied to certain research issues, leaving a void in theoretical understanding. This gap can also occur when there is a lack of theory to explain certain phenomena. Addressing this gap involves applying or developing theories to explain research questions, leading to the generation of new insights. Lastly, the population gap refers to the underrepresentation or complete absence of specific populations in research studies. This might include gaps related to gender, race, ethnicity, age, or other demographic factors. Closing this gap is essential for ensuring that research findings are inclusive and applicable to diverse populations. Understanding these various types of research gaps is essential for advancing knowledge and ensuring that research efforts are directed towards areas that require further exploration. Whether you're identifying gaps in existing literature or planning your research, these categories provide a framework for contributing meaningful and impactful research.